And in Europe, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth admonished European allies as he took the stage at the NATO headquarters in Brussels on Thursday. Calling to make NATO great again, Hegseth lashed out at NATO allies for not spending enough on their defense. The Pentagon chief further warned Europe against treating the United States like a sucker.
Leaders of our European allies should take primary responsibility for defense of the continent, which means security ownership by all allies, guided by a clear understanding of strategic realities, and it's an imperative given the strategic realities that we face. Well, like President Eisenhower, this administration believes in alliances, deeply believes in alliances. But make no mistake, President Trump will not allow anyone to turn Uncle Sam into Uncle Sucker.
The defense secretary's remarks came as he firmly asked NATO countries to not rely on the United States for Europe's defense. Notably, President Donald Trump has long threatened NATO allies of letting Russia do whatever the hell it wants if they continue to expect America to shoulder the defense burden.
And we say this in solidarity, is you have to spend more on your defense for your country on that continent, understanding that the American military and the American people stand beside you as we have in NATO, but can't have the expectation of being the permanent guarantor.
The Pentagon chief also rejected criticism of Washington's strategy to negotiate with Russia to end the war in Ukraine. Since the election, President Trump has been calling for a peace proposal that would reportedly give an upper hand to Russia by forcing Ukraine to cede territory.
I had the chance to brief allies on President Trump's top priority, a diplomatic, peaceful end to this war as quickly as possible in a manner that creates enduring and durable peace. The American Defense Department fully supports the efforts of the Trump administration. And we look to allies to support this important work with leading on Ukraine security assistance now through increased contributions and greater ownership of future security assistance to Ukraine.
Hegseth's comments come a day after President Donald Trump held phone calls with Russian leader Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and pushed for a peaceful negotiation. Now, after the call with Putin, President Trump said Russia will never allow Ukraine to join NATO, of which he has no objections. And earlier, Hegseth himself said that the Trump administration does not believe that NATO membership for Ukraine is a realistic outcome of the nearly 4-year war. And now, with him standing by his inflammatory remarks, it looks like a peaceful deal is only going to crush Ukraine's dreams of joining the world's largest peacetime military alliance.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we've put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout the city. Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. City measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
What are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion, 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.